All right, so you guys are gonna be making a slab coaster today to go with your pitch pot, okay? The slab coaster, a slab of clay is a sheet of clay. So you guys are gonna be making a slab of clay, and we're gonna be putting on the bottom, what do we think these are called? Raise your hand, go for it.
I think they're like little things that help like hold it up off the ground.
Okay, but it has a name, right? You should know the name right. Go ahead.
Legs.
Not legs, Ava.
Foot?
Yeah, it's like the foot, so feet. Okay, so there's 4 feet on our slab coaster, and it holds it up off the ground. Okay, so for a coaster, its purpose is so that if you have like a cup with like condensation or like water on the outside, it like keeps it off the table so you don't ruin the table. Okay, so we're gonna be making these today. Okay, I'm going to be giving you guys all new clay, so don't worry about it. Okay, so if you don't have enough clay in your bag right now, I'm gonna give you some more. Okay, we're going to be hanging on to our clay at the end of every class. We're going to be wrapping it in a damp paper towel like we did last time and keep it in our bag. That clay is what you're going to continue to use through making your character. Okay, so we don't waste any clay. You're just going to keep using that clay until the end. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a piece of clay. To start, you can kind of just slightly flatten it out with your hand, not like perfectly. Okay, we're going to flatten it to be like pancake-ish. Okay, and you're going to be using a rolling pin. Everybody has used a rolling pin in their life, hopefully? Okay, so a rolling pin has like a part that rolls and then the part you hold on to. There are some rolling pins in there that don't roll independently. The handles don't roll independently of the roller. They're all like solid. So you're just going to have to like let it glide through your hand. Okay, I didn't talk about any of the tools or anything in the bin yet, so we shouldn't be touching those. We should be leaving them where they are until given direction on what they are and how to use them. Okay, so I'm going to take my rolling pin and I'm going to roll, stop, take it and turn it over. Roll, stop, turn it over. We're going to do this for a couple of reasons. One, it's going to keep it uniform. And two, what's happening is as I'm rolling, the moisture from the clay is getting stuck into your newspaper. If you keep on rolling, it's going to get, your newspaper's going to get stuck to your clay. So like do 2 rolls, grab it and flip it. Okay, 1, 2, grab it and flip it. And I'm kind of flipping it and rotating it too to kind of make sure that I'm hitting all the points and my slab is a nice and consistent thickness. Now, if you look at the thickness of my slab, I want it to kind of be uniform. You can kind of see that it's like, it's floppy, but it's not super floppy. You can kind of hold its shape a little bit. And it's thinner than my pinky. Okay, it can be between like a little bit thinner than pinky sized. Okay, so I have my slab. It's going to be perfect because I have my little square tracer and I know that it fits. So there we go. Okay. The new tool that you guys have on your table is this tool right here. Don't grab it yet. I didn't tell you anything about it. Put it back. Thank you. It's called a fettling knife. It is a knife. Okay? It has a side here that is beveled. That's the sharp part. Okay? But it's for clay, so it's really not like super duper sharp, but I mean, it's sharp enough. Okay? You don't want to be putting your fingers or anything on the beveled part, okay? Because that's where the knife goes. Okay, and this also doesn't act like a serrated knife. So you guys know, like a steak knife, you have to like saw through the food to make it cut. This is nothing like that. Okay, it glides through the clay. So you're not sawing, you're gliding through. So I'm going to hold my tracer. I'm going to just place my knife right on the end, and I'm just going to pull it through. Okay, I grab it and I pull through the clay. Okay, I'm trying to keep my hand on the wood. Okay, because if I made a mistake and I had my knife the wrong way, if I'm holding the wood, I'm not going to get cut because I'm holding just the wood of the handle of the knife. Okay, so I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to go this way. Okay, now, this is my coaster. Okay, take the paper off. Okay, now what I can do is I can kind of tap this on the edge to make sure that all my edges are nice and neat. Okay, but that's my coaster. Okay, before we put the feet on, if there's any decoration that you want to add to it, do that first. Okay, I'm not going to add decoration. I'm going to keep my coaster plain. Okay, and now we're going to make the feet. This is the easiest way to make the feet. I'm going to say this one time. It makes sense. I don't know why people end up doing crazy things afterwards. Okay, you guys can see my scraps from my coaster, right? This is all my scrap stuff. My scraps are all the same thickness. They were an even slab, right? Okay, what I can do is I can take one of my scrap pieces. I can cut a strip out of it. Okay. So I have a strip of clay that's all the same thickness and now the same length and width. Okay. And I can just cut 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. Cut 4 little feet. Very easy. Okay. What do I have to do to make sure these stay attached? Score and slip. So I'm going to take my little tool. I'm going to make little rough pieces here. Try and keep it in the corners. Okay, grab my slip. Yep, I didn't do that yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, and I'm going to score and slip. I'm going to score and slip. Score. Come on, where's the slip? And slip. And score. And slip. Okay. You guys can use the paint brushes that you have on your tables to kind of help smooth out your join. Okay. As long as you kind of scored and slipped it, these should stay. However, I do find that the feet of these come off all the time because people do not score and slip them. Like they come off every time. Okay. So that's it. That's the coaster. Okay. I'm going to come around. I'm going to stamp your initials and things into it. Your extra clay gets rolled into a ball, puts back in your bag with your wet paper towel. Okay. The way we are putting this in the tray, like in the back, you're going to bring your coaster with you to the tray. You're going to find your pinch pot. Okay. You're going to put the coaster upside down. So, bless you. So like how I have it on the table right here. Okay. The feet should be up, and we're going to put the cup right in the middle like that. Okay. Why am I having you put it in the bin like that? Nope. No, sort of, but no. Okay. This clay is wet, right? It's floppy. So if I turn this over and I put it in the bin like this and put my cup on top of it, it's gonna happen in the middle of it. It's gonna like sag. So if we put it in the tray like this and then put the cup on top, it's gonna dry flat, and then we'll actually be able to use it like a coaster. So you need to have it upside down so that when it's drying, it's gonna still stay straight. Okay. So, but also, yes, keeping your cup and your coaster together, then I know those two things are yours. And then especially the coasters, everyone's coaster kind of looks the same. So making sure that you find your cup, putting it on your coaster, will keep them together. When I fire it, I'm going to fire them together. So that should be easy.